Hello, hello, all my yarn lovers. Ooh, we got another box. Yeah, go ahead and ask. Hey, man, what's in the box? Yeah, you know it. It was this the knitpicks and we crochet summer yarn sale. And you know, I ordered it in small sections to get the best deals and the biggest discounts. So let's cut this tape open. This should be from the worsted weight portion of the sale. If you are a customer of theirs and you follow the summer yarn sale, you know they broke it up by weights, right? They had hundreds of yarns on sale, and then each week you got an additional discount on yarn by weight. So that's how I ordered. Had to place several orders to save the most money. That's how I roll, because y'all know I love a good yarn sale. So what's in the box, right? Oh, we got some paper in here. Oh my goodness. We got some paper. Get that out of the way, right? Okay. Got our little box. Our little invoice there. Make sure that I hope. I might have to cut that out. I'm not sure if they show my address or not on the invoice. We do not want to put my address on YouTube. I'm just saying. So we might have to cut this whole part of the video out. But I will go and check out my order and be right back. Hello, hello. Guess what? Guess what? We gotta do our yarn unboxing. Let's see what's in the box. Yeah. Okay. We got some Brava worsted in the speckle. Okay. Now I got the Brava. This is an order from Knitpicks and We Crochet, right? So, you know, I've got the Brava in the worsted. I got the Brava in the bulky. I got the Brava in the stripes, but I never had the Brava in the speckle before. And I was like, that sounds like fun, right? I bet we can do something fun with that. So I got it in the color Snow Day. Now the Brava worsted, they're all about, I think it's over 200 yards for sure. It's a big hefty skein. Look at that. Look at the size of that yarn. That's a good size yarn, right? That's a nice 4. That's a thick 4. That's a nice solid. That's a solid 4. So the color Speckle Snow Day is supposed to be like a white. And by the way, right, if you're a returning viewer, you already know. Thank you for your patience while I briefly introduce myself to anybody who might be new to my channel. Hi, my name's May. I love yarn. I love to knit and crochet. Those are my hobbies. And I also happen to have been born visually impaired, legally blind, completely colorblind. I knit and crochet by feel. So when I'm describing the colors of these yarns to you, I'm going by the color description from the website and from the AI, the Google. I don't actually know. So if my color descriptions don't match what your eyes are seeing, well, you know, it's because I don't actually see the color. So anyways, we are looking at my Knitpicks We Crochet order, and you know what? So this is the Brava Speckle. It is white, and it's supposed to have like kind of blues and grays as the speckle. I am real curious to see like how this works up, right? I'm curious about them. Like, what's it gonna look like? What's it gonna look like knit? What's it gonna look like crocheted? It might make cool blankets or something. I don't know. It's nice and thick. It's pretty. So that will be fun to play with. And also, as with, you know, the acrylics, the Brava acrylics, they're all machine wash and tumble dry. Okay, the whole Brava family is Easy Care yarns. If you're not familiar with them, they're Easy Care, and so they're great for blankets. They're great for children's projects. They're great for blankets for kids. They're great for toys for kids. They're great for like garments and cardies for kids. And they're great for charity blankets. Like some charities, won't take any natural fibers because they just don't know, about allergies and, who you're giving the blanket to. And, if they're for like, kids in hospitals, you want something that's really machine washable, or the senior centers, that kind of place, right? Or maybe a place that gives blankets for, the homeless people and stuff. And so all of those kind of charity programs generally want acrylics, right? They want machine washable acrylic kind of stuff. So the Brava line of yarns are pretty affordable in my opinion, and then the speckles and stuff give you some fun patterns to maybe do some fun stuff for kids. So that's my thoughts on this. Of course, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. You know me. It was just on sale, and I was like, ooh, that looks like fun, right? That looks like fun. We got to look with that on my channel. We got to play with that, right? So, yeah, I'm thinking probably like a blanket or something. But you know what? I might do like a sweater or something too, or a shawl. You never know what my plans are with that. It could always change, right? So, what else do we have in the box? We got some of this. This is the Muse and the Aran weight, which is a nice heavy 4. Of course, that's 10 pack. And I had to open it right after the little bamboo pop fiasco from Premier. I had to open it. I'm like, like I like to keep my yarn in plastic, but I had to open this. So this is so soft. This is 100% super wash merino. It is a heavy worsted. Look at the size of those strands. Look at that. This is a nice thick. This is a nice thick 4. That is beautiful. It's in the color Honor Tonal, which my understanding is it's beautiful dark blues. I'm really into the blues these days, apparently. I seem to be buying lots of those these days. This is gorgeous. Now, these are only, I'm trying to remember the yardage on these. I think they're about 114, I believe, 114 yards. So, I did get a 10 pack. That'll probably make a sweater for me, and I believe because it is a super wash, I believe this is a machine washable yarn. I can't remember if it can go in the dryer. I'm just going to be real with you. I probably, we don't use our dryer here anyway, but I just know, look at this. This is so pretty. I knew you'd want to see it, right? You want to see all that goodness up in there. Yeah, we might have to do when you don't have a Swift video with this, right? This is the kind of hank that we could easily wind up and play with and make into a ball and start touching and thinking about. Like, I just like touching my yarn. I do. I just like touching my yarn. So this is fun. We might have to do a when you don't have a Swift video with this, just so we can, really start looking at it and thinking about what we want to make with that. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay. And what else? We got some Vanis Choice. This is a Lion Brand yarn, and I'm so happy that knitpicks that we crochet are carrying some of the Lion Brand yarn. Yes, you can buy it from Lion Brand, but you can also get it at knitpicks. You can get it on the Amazon. You can get some Lion Brand yarns from Hirschner's. That's the nice thing, is you can look for the sales, and guess what? When knitpicks has it on sale, you can actually get Lion Brand yarn cheaper at knitpicks than you can from Lion Brand. So that's a secret for sure. Check your prices, okay? So this is in the color Denim Mist, which is supposed to be like a nice sort of marled mix of blues and grays. Pretty, pretty, pretty. It's 100% acrylic. And so it's machine wash and dryable. You know what? I even think I see like the St. Jude picture on there. I think I see the St. Jude's little like logo. There's like a little, St. Jude's has like this little silhouette. You know what I'm talking about? I can see shapes and shadows and high contrast. Like, I don't see any color, but I can see things that are high contrast and shapes and shadows and things and still. And so I start recognizing like a lot of signs and things and logos by their shape. And so I really know the St. Jude's logo well, just by the shape of it. And so I think that's what I see on the package. I'm pretty sure. So that's interesting. I don't know if they're donating money or if they're donating like blankets or chemo caps or what. I'm not sure, but I'll have to look into that. Some kind of an affiliation there. That's nice. This is really pretty. Let's see. I thought that I don't know if there's a loose one in here of that or not. It'd be nice if there was. Oh, there is, y'all. There is. There's a wild one. There's a loose one. Yeah. So, look at that. Look at that. That's pretty. And it feels pretty nice for in acrylic. It's pretty nice. I mean, it's not, I felt softer acrylics, but I've also felt scratchier acrylics. Okay, this is a pretty decent acrylic in my opinion. Yeah, it is. It's kind of, I would say it's just like a medium. It's a medium acrylic, right? It's not the softest and it's not the roughest I've ever felt. We'll put it that way. So that's what we're looking at. You can see one out of the plastic. Okay, what else is in the box? We got some heavily worsted. I get the 10 packs when yarn's on sale. I just full on get the 10 packs because I never know what my plans are for. Don't know where my imagination's gonna take me, and I want to be prepared for anything. Right? I'm like, ooh, what if I want to make a dress out of that, and then I don't have enough, and then I'm sad, right? So, or like a great big cardi for somebody, like a gift for somebody who's, bigger than me, who might need more yardage, right? So, anyways, this is the heavily worsted. This is 80% acrylic and 20% merino. Now, I don't remember, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't remember if this is superwash or not, okay? So, I'm not going to tell you whether or not this is a machine washable yarn. It might be, but if you buy it, I would check, if you're looking for machine washable blanket stuff for children or babies or something, I would definitely double check that. Because don't take my word for it, because I can't guarantee you this is a super wash and that it won't shrink if you wash it, put it in the dryer, all that. But these are some big, even in the plastic, I can tell these are some hefty skeins. These are over 200 yards, I'm positive. I don't know how much. I don't know, maybe 218, something like that, 220. That's just a guess on my part. That's what it's feeling like. It's a worsted weight. This is from the worsted, right, portion of the sale. They divided it up by weights. So all of these yarns that we're looking at are worsted weight. So these are some hefty skeins. I think they're about, my guess is they're at least 200 yards. This is the color Toy Box, which is, I don't have any idea. As somebody who's colorblind, let me tell you something. The color name Toy Box, completely useless to me. Completely useless. I like, okay, I thought Toy Box, I'm like, brown, right? Because I'm thinking like an old wooden toy box or something. So I'm like, brown or tan or maybe like a rusty reddish orangish brown. And then the color description's like, purple blends. And I'm like, purple? So I don't know. But it's supposed to be like purple blends, like a heathered purple. And I love purples. So I am excited about the color. But I would have never guessed that Toy Box was purple. Just saying. So I am grateful that Knitpicks and We Crochet has the best color descriptions on the internet. So that's the only reason that I'm able to buy so much yarn from them. So, that to me has a lot of potential. That's why I bought a lot of it. I'm like, I don't know. Could be a cardi, could be a dress, could be a cardi for somebody bigger than me, could be a sweater. All kinds of potential with that. I must have got one more of the vanis. I think, this is a 3-pack. So that must be one more of the vanis choice. And then, this is the Mighty Stitch. And Mighty Stitch is a 80% acrylic. And this one I know is a super wash merino. I know Mighty Stitch is machine washable. I don't know. Let's open it. Let's open it. Okay, let's open. Now I'm like paranoid sometimes about my yarn. I'm like, ooh, I hope it's not been like, you know, I don't know what happened to that Premier yarn. Ooh, yeah. This is surprisingly nice. I'm surprised at how soft this is. Okay, I got it in the color Bark, which is a brown. Because I don't have a lot of browns. So I'm just going to tell you, I buy like a lot of reds and stuff, and purples and blues. I don't have a lot of browns, and I actually like brown. I do. It's like a natural earthy color. It's a fall color. You know, so I could easily do like a cardi or something with brown, but you could even do blankets, right? The blanket behind me, that's the Victoria Star from Glenda at Creative Grandma. That's a free YouTube tutorial. I used a lot of browns in that. It's great for sort of these autumny colors, especially with my house with the hardwood floors, you know. Browns kind of go good. So, I don't know. I was thinking maybe a blanket or maybe a cardi or something. I don't know. Maybe a sweater for myself or somebody else. But I am pleasantly surprised by how soft this is. I don't have a lot of experience with Mighties. I have worked with it. I have knit with it before. I knit a pumpkin. You know, I knit an orange pumpkin with some Mighty Stitch before. But I don't have, beyond my pumpkin, my orange pumpkin, I don't recall if I've made a lot else with it. So now that I'm running it through my fingers, I'm like, ooh, that's soft. I should have bought more of that, right? I'm like, I like the feel of that. So I might have to rethink what I was going to do with this. You actually could make a really nice blanket with this. Like, I got the brown, which, you know, not everybody likes brown blankets, but I obviously do because the one behind me. But that is really surprisingly soft. Do not overlook Mighty Stitch, okay? Because that's pleasant. That's surprising. So I might have to rethink what my plans were for that. And I got one more fun thing up in here, y'all. I got something fun. I did. Okay, because they're carrying the Lion brand now. Let's see. Y'all, I did it. I bought they had it on sale for the sale, the Lion brand DIY Glow Cozy. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This stuff, even on sale, there was no way I was going to buy it if it wasn't on sale. And even on sale, it's not a good sale. I would just say it's like, I'm trying to remember the yardage on these. It's less than 80. The yardage on these is something like 77 or 78 yards per skein, okay? So you're not getting a lot of yardage with these. And they're still, even on sale, they're like $6 or something. So they're not cheap. And they're polyester. But they're supposed to glow in the dark. I mean, come on. That's cool. So I am excited about that. Yeah, so I have wanted to get some of this, and we're definitely going to play with it and see what it's like, right? We're going to see what it's like to play with. It does have a nice, okay, so I got a 3-pack in white, and then I just got one of some of the other colors, because it was so expensive for the little bit of yardage that you get. So I don't remember, exactly what colors. That's interesting. Okay, so it's all polyester, but I think this one in my hand here, my right hand, I'm pretty sure that this is the pink, and then I got like a blue and a green, and I cannot tell. Oh my God, I am color blind, and I can't tell which of these is blue and which of these is pink. Okay, I got no idea. It came with some fuzz, but I got no idea which is blue and which is green. But there's something really interesting here, is that the pink, I'm pretty sure this is the pink, it has a different texture. I don't know how many of you notice that sometimes with different yarns, but different colors of the exact same yarn will have a different texture. And I think it's the dye. I think it's like whatever recipe that they do for certain dyes to get certain dyes to stick to certain fibers, because this is like a polyester. This one that I believe is pink, it's rougher in texture than these other two. These that I think are blue and green. They're definitely softer. They have a much softer texture to them than the pink one. And that's interesting. I mean, I've noticed that with some of the shades of Brava too. Like some of the shades are rougher and some of the shades are softer. And I think it's just the dye, I'm pretty sure. But this definitely, that's kind of too bad. But yeah, this one is definitely, it's definitely coarser. Like just the yarn is a coarser feel to it. It feels rougher. So that's too bad, right? Yeah, it definitely feels rougher. But I'm sure that they're all the same yarn. I'm positive they're all the same yarn. So they're all the polyester. So anyways, just something to keep in mind. If you're ordering it, I mean, obviously, if you want pink or you need pink for your, your project, or you're just like a pink, you're just like, nope, gotta have it in pink, right? Then by all means, get the pink. But just keep that in mind, that my opinion, just having them all, these three, I haven't opened the white, so I don't know what's up with that. But just, there's definitely a difference in texture in these two colors. Like if you can deal with the green and the blue, I would say get the green and the blue, because the pink doesn't feel as fun. But if you're making like little toys or something for kiddos and they want a pink, by all means, or for Halloween. Okay, Halloween is coming up, and it'd be fun to do like some glow in the dark accessories for the kiddos when they're going out. Now I'm pretty sure with these glow yarns, or like any other like glow in the dark kind of thing, where you gotta like charge them, you gotta put them in light, like you gotta put these in the light to absorb light so that they'll glow in the dark. You can't like I keep my yarn up all in these boxes, right? So if I want these to actually glow, I'm gonna have to like take them out of a box and set them under some light and let them soak up some light. But if you wanted to do that and make up like some accessories for the kiddos before they went out trick-or-treating, that'd be cool. Like you could even make them a trick-or-treat bag, okay? Like for their candy, you could make them a trick-or-treat bag, right? There's a ton of knitting and crochet tutorials out there for different styles of bags. So you could make them a glow-in-the-dark trick-or-treat bag for Halloween, okay? Or you could just make them accessories. Like you could make, like I could take these white ones and make like some fingerless gloves or something, right? So you could just walk around Halloween when you're outside wearing glow-in-the-dark fingerless gloves, or like a headband or something, so they'd show up really well at night. So those are my thoughts with these. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I just had to have some in the house. But they are expensive, so, use them sparingly, right? Okay. Alrighty. Well, that's the yarn haul from the worsted weight portion of the Knit Picks and We Crochet Yarn sale. So there should be one more box showing up here at some point with some of the bulkies. But until next time, my friends, happy stitching, and of course, let me know, right? What do I say when we look at these yarns? Have you worked with any of these yarns? Have you bought them? Do you like them? Are they soft and squishy? And what do you like to make with them, right? Tell me all the things, right? Like, what do you do with them? What do you do with the muse? I think the muse is like sweater, right? I think that's like sweater yarn. Yeah, the Vanis Choice, or this is Vanis Choice. Mighty Stitch, have you worked with the Mighty Stitch? Because I'm shocked by how nice and soft it is. So I'm rethinking that one. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you've worked with him. Let me know what kind of projects you think these would be good for. Alrighty, until next time, happy stitching. Bye-bye for now.